Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for August 27, 2024, the Just Say No edition. And we begin with that story from the Financial Times with an article entitled The Science of Saying No at Work. There were 4 scientists who decided to take a systematic approach to honing one's life's greatest skill. It's the art of saying no. Many people thought that this was an art, but it turns out it's actually a science, and that you can improve your ability to say no at work going forward. So this is very instructive, especially for women who often find it hard to say no to far less thankless tasks at work. And female employees are more likely than men take on roles such as mentoring, training, or other time-eating, non-promotable tasks. So this is a good way for you to think through how to say no at work. Next up, the proposed merger of Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel is in real trouble for a basic reason. Nippon Steel wanted to screw the U.S. steel workers who represent the workers at the plant because they didn't bother to call the union or have them a part of the process. They did not inform the Steelworkers Union at all, and it wasn't until the deal was announced that David McCauley, international president of the Steelworkers, received a call from the president of U.S. Steel. This was very unusual because an earlier candidate had brought the steelworkers in as a part of the negotiation process. So, screw the union, screw the deal. Next up, from the Chicago Tribune, the culture of corruption in the state of Illinois. What makes Illinois so corrupt? Well, the Tribune begins an exploration and attempts to explain why corruption continues to poison virtually every level of state government in Illinois, robbing its citizens of its government of tax dollars and public service of the meaning of government service. There are multiple reasons, but including the ambition and greed of the politicians, but there are numerous other factors. Loosely regulated big money campaigns, dominating mayors in the state, cozy interactions between lobbyists and public officials, a ballot process that brokers to exclude newcomers, but recognized as one of the most corrupt states. And our final story is the Party of Family Values sues the Biden administration to keep U.S. citizens from marrying immigrants. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.